Good morning, traders and investors. Dale Sucker, Trader Boys. We're gonna have an interesting day in the markets here. If we look, the S&P is down 11, and what's really dragging the S&P down there is the big names of Apple and Amazon and so on. You can see tech is down almost 1% here. And now here's the thing: is you look at a lot of these tech companies, they are gapping down into daily demand levels. So what you may see on the open here is the gap down in demand levels, which is a novice gap to the downside. And that's just retail investors coming in with fear, and this market may pop right off the open. So it's going to be interesting on the open market. Now you've got Dow down 82, Russell down 1.4, so the Russell's hardly down at all. Now you've got money. Bonds are pretty flat. Oil is up 27 cents, and gold is continuing to go up here just a little bit here. So, but this is kind of your big news here is what the big tech companies are doing. So if we look at IBM, it's down slightly. You got money flowing into financials, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, etc. Our coronavirus plays had a pretty big move yesterday, but not much happening there. And then it's kind of looking to oil here. Chevron and Exxon's down slightly. So if we look at the Dow 30. Now the Dow is calculated based on price, so the higher price stock has a greater influence over the lower price stock here, and you can kind of see it's a mixed bag across the board. But the big tech companies here, Apple and Microsoft, are dragging the Dow down. So if we get the pop in the technology here, this market will be positive really quickly. It's going to be a wait and see game. But let's jump to the charts. This is your Nasdaq on a 5-minute, but let's kind of look at the 1 hour time frame here, and you can see we've got this driving force here. We came right back into this area and we're driving up, right? We hit the supply level, so we don't have any strength on the 1 hour chart just yet. Now what I mean by that is we got to get above the pivot high. Right? Now ideally, because you got supply here, you got to get above this candle's high to have strength in this market. So we're going to be watching this closely to see if that can take place. And there's buying pressure coming under here because a lot of these markets are individual stocks are in daily demand levels. Now you can see back in this area here, huge buying. Okay, and that's coming off this little tiny demand area here. So we've hit that demand. We've got buyers coming in the markets. We've got to get strength before you commit, though. Okay, now this is the discipline of a successful investor. And so that's your Nasdaq. Let's look at your Russell here. Russell. Right into this demand level. Beautiful bounce off that yesterday. Come right back into this. So we're basing. Now Russell breaks above here. You get a high base breakout. That's going to be a great trade, and the Russell can run all the way back into the highs. So Russell is looking real good for the small caps. On the large caps, look at your S&P 500. Came down in this little demand area here where the buyers are. We've come back up. Now look, we've already got above that high on the S&P 500. So you get the pop that I'm talking about in those big tech companies out of their daily demand levels, and this market's coming up. Supply up here, obviously, so we're going to get above this area here to really get a good move. But 32.15, 32.40, there's a decent move in there. So that's what we're looking at there on the S&P 500. Here's your gold market. Big move off that the demand level we posted yesterday morning, and right back into its highs. Break above the high here. Gold is a buy. And we're looking for the 2600 long term there. Oil markets, it's come off demand down here, right into the 50 period moving average. Came right back down to this little demand here, and oil can run. Oil can get a run on here, and oil starts moving up. That's gonna be strong for the markets. Right, they down the S&P to push those north. So we'll see what happens here, and this is kind of a wait and see game. But you've got the trend line here on oil that is broken. Oil is a go. Let's jump over real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. For example, here's Tesla, right? Daily chart. Right? It's traded down in the morning session here to the demand level and pushing north. So you might see this drop deeper into this level, and then look for the 10 o'clock reversal. If you look at the markets almost every day, right, highly predictable 10 a.m. reversals. Microsoft, another one into daily demand, so we're going to get the gap down, looking for the gap fill. This is what we call a novice gap. Right, trading the downward direction, gaps in the direction the market was already moving. Hey, that's fear coming in from retail investors. They're losing their money, so they hit the sell button last night, and all those orders are coming into the market. So Apple, right, there's your daily demand level right into that daily demand. So this is why we're looking for the pop in the early morning markets here. Hey, have a phenomenal weekend. Dale Sargent. We'll see you Monday morning.